Good evening. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your financial market wrap-up for this Thursday evening, the 22nd of October, 2020, 6:10 p.m. Central Time. Well, tonight's the fight. You know, this is the championship fight. It is Ali, and he is going against Joe. It's going to be interesting. You understand this is a pun that I'm making, but you know the president's going to come out swinging. This is it. This is the last debate. You're 10 days ahead of it. He's got to score points tonight, and he's got to hope that Joe Biden slips up in some way. So it's going to be a great thing to watch, and I think it'll be massively watched by people. So how do you trade with it? Well, the one thing I learned to do is you try to stay away from it because the algorithms are going to take it over. They're going to look for the blows that come. How does the other party fend them off? Is there a counterattack or not? That's what we're going to be looking at. So it's going to be interesting. Now, you're neutral in many of these markets going into this. You know, I look at trends all the time, and this is a son of a gun market. So let's just go to the chart action rather than me talk about it and see what we have. For the week so far in the S&P, we're down 13 points roughly. We still haven't been able to get back over on a close, 35.0450. I'm still expecting that, but not necessarily now. I don't care if it does it now. I think by the end of the year, Santa will be coming with all the reindeer, and they're going to be there for us, regardless of who wins. That's my take on what's going to happen with the markets. When I take a look at the inverted head and shoulder formation, a shoulder, the head, remember it's pointing down, the other shoulder, the neckline, you broke out to the upside, went for the highs, didn't quite get through them, pulled back, and finding your support right where you should in classic charting, right at that neckline again. The question is, does the market clear it and able to do anything with it? When we look at a chart with just swing lines, it's not bullish, it's bearish. You've got lower highs, lower lows. If I come back to this chart, you really don't get to see that without it, but there it is. What's the number that negates the bearishness in the market? You've got to take out 34.6975, the last rally high. What's the line in the sand where the market worked down to find its support? You tell me where this 18-day average is. You haven't yet closed back under it. Real important. So going into the debate, from my perspective, the market is nice and neutral. Neither the bull nor the bear has control of it going into the debate. When I look at the Bollinger Bands, you know what I say. The first time you hit them, I think the pros take money off the table. It doesn't have to be the peak of the market. And the market pulled back down. If the market takes off from here, 35.37.5 is the next resistance. If it breaks down initially, the 18-day average support, and if it collapsed, back down at the lower Bollinger Band and the 100-day average. What about momentum? No clue at all. It's just drifting. So we have the swing line down, the bias up since the market stays over and hasn't closed back under the 18-day average, and momentum has worked off an oversold condition and gotten itself neutral. What about the Nasdaq? Same thing. You hit the Bollinger tops, you fell back to the 18-day average momentum, you lost an embedded reading. That was the play that I would have predicted would have happened, and away you go. You know, when you lose an embedded reading and you've been up, you're looking for the 18-day average. When you're bearish and you lose it, like back here, you're looking for it to get back to the 18-day average. It's how the market pushes and pulls. Does it happen all the time? Nothing has to happen all the time. If you fall into that trap, you have a real problem. Charting is about trading, in my opinion at least, probabilities of what that pattern's done in the past. Where am I wrong that that isn't working? Always, 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 where am I wrong? It's not about being right. It's about saving your capital so you can get right. Real important thing to learn, having owned brokerage firms literally since the 80s. I know, I see it. You know, now I have a division within Linn Group, but I have all my own clients in there, you know, with my brokers, of course. I call them they're my brokers' accounts, the house accounts, so on. It's the one thing that I preach. You got to get to first base. Don't try to hit a home run. Get to first. Every now and then when you swing for that first, you're going to get a home run anyways. If you go for the home run all the time, probably got a short career. When you look at the Dow, all you did is come back from the Bollinger Band right here. And again, same pattern, lower highs, holding over the 18-day average, no real momentum out of the slow stochastic. Same in the Russell. Now the Russell today, I don't know what got into it, but it certainly came alive. It's still overbought. It fell back into that number. Okay, not married to anything. I think the market acted ugly yesterday. So today, getting a little bit of a bounce. Actually, 2 days ago, it acted ugly. In the VIX cash, maybe we're going to go back to the 2700 level. 2720 is the 100-day average, 2728 the 18. That's pretty stiff support in the market. We'll have an idea what the market thinks of the debate tonight when we see how this looks in the morning, for sure. That's what I would think. As for the T-bonds, the first challenge of the lower Bollinger Band, I'm going to repeat, I think the pros are taking money off the table. You know, you're getting bids in this. Why? It's not a safe haven move, right? If safe haven plays would mean interest rates are dropping. Traders are getting aggressive. They think that whatever's coming out of this, the economy's going to do better and things are going to grow. That's why you break like that. You're not breaking like that as a safe haven play. The notes are a bit different. You have a higher high and lower low, and these are your first challenges of it. But it's the same thinking. How many people kept telling us interest rates are going to go down, down, down? They're 0.8 and a fraction now. So they've really recovered a lot. As I told you, we saw that a whale, as they call it, came into the options pit and put on, I think they were buying the 65, writing the 120s, 1.2% buying the 0.65. I think they were in that. They might have even done a strangle. That's what I think they did. They wrote one side, wrote the other, trying to catch the whole spread in between there. So far, their bet's okay. Dollar index, oversold down to the Bollinger Band. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Yesterday was the day the market, in my opinion, the pros covered their shorts. Today you got to bounce. We'll see what the market does after the debate. Eurocurrency ran right into the buzz at the upper Bollinger Band, and that's where it should have failed. And it's not trending. It has a lower low, higher high. What about the yen? I don't get why the yen rallied this other day, and I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I didn't understand it. I searched the news. I couldn't find anything that should have made this market on this day soar and close up nearly a full percentage point outside of the Bollinger Band and immediately back in it. So the sucker play was staying long in it when you can come back, but I don't see a trend here either. Lower low, higher high. I'm sort of caught. The market that I'm still bullish on is Bitcoin. You know, PayPal gave credence to this. Whether anybody actually will use their Bitcoin in PayPal, I have my doubts about that. What I've learned about Bitcoin buyers is they're buyers. They might sell at a high number, but they're not users. There's a big difference. Do you know anyone that uses a Bitcoin to buy anything? Write me about it. Let me know. I'd like to know. Tell me the last time you went to Starbucks or these other companies that said that they would take your Bitcoin. Do you know anyone that has done it? That's my point. When I think that will happen with digital currencies released by central banks, but I've got serious doubts about these levels of it. Where are you in the Brent? You're fighting a battle at the 18-week moving average of closes, the differential. The market still has lower highs, lower lows, holding support at the 18-week average. You're neutral, momentum down, bias up, chart's a mess. What about WTI? If you look at it, I think you can argue here, what was this high? I want to just be certain. I see why I don't know what to do. See how the high came back up here? Which one's the right high? Whenever that happens, the chart, in my opinion, gets screwed up. And I've seen this for years. I created the swing line. So you know what I've learned to do? You don't have to have an answer to it, because as much research, and I put years of research into this specific when this happens, I just walk away from it. Let the market restructure a chart the way I want. Natural gas still in an uptrend, but you got a problem. Momentum's turning on you. Momentum often turns before price. Market headed down, and with all that snow we're getting, why is this market backing off? While we're warm in Chicago today at 70 degrees, we're going to be in the 40s tomorrow, so we're right at that turning point and everything. You know, how I start your morning off is at about 5:30 in the morning, I begin recording a video for you. And on that video, I want you to run your trade ideas that you think at night. I'm assuming you woke up in the morning, read your newspapers, and you're going, hey, I'm thinking maybe I like this idea, that. What is Ira thinking? I'm going to cover things in a short term, a swing term, and a longer term. The videos, I put out a morning video Monday through Friday, and then on the weekend, I put out a weekend video for the subscriber. These are not videos that are on YouTube. They are actual buy here, sell there. Want you to do this. You can view them in your smartphone because we give you an app to view it with quotes, charts, and everything. You can also look at it on our website. You can look at it in a number of ways in our charting software. And I cover all these markets in this exact sequence. There'll be a scroll bar on our website. You pull it. Let's assume you want to get to the metals. Just pull it there. You want to start at currencies. Just slide the bar until it says currencies, and it's big. I make everything so it's easy to read. And then I'm going to give you what it is. Each video is about 20 minutes long. Think of all the time I'm putting into that for you and throwing these ideas out. And yes, they're going to be very specific with stops, do this, do that. I think you'll like what you see. If you don't, let's talk about what you're out. Don't trade the ideas. Look at them, see if you like what they are. $7.95 for 30 days. You make up your mind at that point. After that, do as you wish. It goes to $15, and you can do a 1-year subscription that works out to be $13. You pay it all up front. What are you getting for that with the amount of hours that I'm putting in for you? And 6 days a week, you're getting a video that covers this in detail. Go to our website under the word research, sign up there. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.